Morning, guys, and mine happened to our friends in the Philippines. Guys, I'm just going to come on here today and do not a comparison video, but a response video. Yesterday we exposed these comments, which are going to be coming up on the screen as the video goes on. We exposed these comments which were left on the channel belonging to Bosshogs Daughter, the farmer's daughter. Now, based on what she is saying, that Bosshog does have money, does have a budget, and does have money in the bank, I think a response video is appropriate at this time. So let's get right into it, shall we? So as we says, if Brian has enough money of his own, then why does he always claim he has no budget? Is the daughter confirming that her dad is a scammer? And if he is always saying he needs this and he needs that and has no budget, but secretly he has a budget, I think you know where this is going. If he has enough budget, then why did someone buy him a boat to use for the fish pen when he already had a boat? Yes, that's right, Brian had two boats. One he paid for himself with mummy boy Jason's money, and another from a subscriber. If you remember, he gave that boat to Gabrielle, one of the boats, and the other boat is left rotten on the shore for nearly 7 months now. And if Brian had enough budget, then why did he complain he needed a weed whacker and no budget to buy one? And didn't someone feel sorry for him and send him the money to buy it? If Brian has enough budget, then why did he say he had to cut the money for his son Blake? And why are people sending gifts of money for Blake if he has the budget to do it himself? Even the people behind this channel, and including GD Mead, tried to help Blake. If Brian had enough money of his own, then why did he complain over and over for months about not being able to build the concrete shrimp tanks because of no budget? And why did someone then send him money to start building the concrete shrimp tanks? In fact, several different people sent him money to build them. Do those several people know each one of them sent money? In fact, why is work stopped on those concrete shrimp tanks for months and months? And why did Brian clearly state in a video that he was waiting for someone to send him money to finish the build? Didn't he say if that person he was waiting on to send the money didn't send, he will have to use his own money? Yes, he did. If Brian has enough money of his own, why did he complain that he didn't have enough budget to buy all the fingerlings he needed for the fish ponds? Didn't someone send him the money to buy them? Yes, they did. If Brian has enough money of his own, then why was he complaining that he was sick and couldn't afford to go to the doctors? And didn't someone send him the money to go to the doctors on the basis that they felt sorry for him for having no budget? If Brian has enough money of his own, then why is he complaining that he had no budget to buy a generator? And didn't someone then send him a brand new generator because they felt sorry for him? Because he didn't have the budget. If Brian has enough money of his own, Why was he complaining that he would love an aeration pump for the ponds, but he has no budget? And didn't someone send him a brand new aeration pump on the basis that they felt sorry for him and he didn't have the budget? And are people now sending Brian money to rebuild his roof because they assume Brian has no budget to do it himself? As Brian once said that he has the funds in place to rebuild the roof. Didn't Brian say that he wanted a new aircon for the house, but purposely made a video looking at them and asking for finance, hinting that he didn't have the budget to buy it in cash? And didn't someone then send him the money to buy it because they felt sorry for him because he couldn't buy it himself? If Brian had enough money, then why didn't he look after Linda when he was supposed to be her employer? Why did subscribers have to send her money to buy her food and a phone? Why did poor Linda have to lose her self-respect by going to John and Menina to beg for food and water because Brian wasn't bringing her what she needs, her food and her water? So is the daughter confirming that Brian is a piece of shit and treated Linda the way he did, not because of lack of budget, because he is an asshole and treats Filipinos like dirt on his shoes? If Brian has the money to spay his dogs, why has he not done so yet? And why is he telling his subscribers he has no budget to do it? Why would he accept money from his subscribers if he has his own money to pay for it? And didn't Brian say that he would love to keep Consing in work, but he couldn't afford to pay a salary? And didn't someone send Brian the salary every week to keep Consing working? Didn't Brian have to borrow money from Gina to buy fish food only 3 weeks ago? Or is it that Brian didn't borrow money from Gina, but told his subscribers in a video that he did just to give the impression he had no budget, so people would feel sorry for him and send him the money? Subscribers did make comments in that video of how much was the fish food and how many days fish food did he need and how much would it cost. We could go on and on with examples over a period of the last 12 months. And if we gave examples of the last 4 years, this would be a very long video. But the daughter's comments now prove only one thing, that Brian is a scammer and has been deceiving his viewers by constantly complaining that he desperately needs something but has no budget. But the truth is confirmed by his own daughter that Brian does have the budget. The daughter has made her comments thinking that she was painting her father in a good light, but she has only done the opposite. If Brian was so successful in his business, why did he go bankrupt? And why was he sleeping on his friend's sofa before he moved to the Philippines? Successful businessmen are not homeless, sleeping on people's sofas. He is hardly Helen Musk, is he? So guys, we are now going to ask our viewers to write in the comments below, in the comments section, examples of when you have seen Brian telling his subscribers that he needs an item and has no budget. If you've got any examples, put them in the comment section below, and we'll compare and we'll see how many times this fraudster has said no budget for something and someone ended up sending him either money or the item he didn't have budget for. And also, Bosshog, yes, he did a live stream today. And Brian did say that all his farming ventures have been profitable apart from the piggery. So even Brian himself has now confirmed that the milkfish, the shrimp and the tilapia have all been profitable for him. But that goes against what we have already been told, as previously he told us after the harvest times that he didn't make any profit. But today he is saying he did make a profit. So which one is the lie? Has he been lying all the time about making losses to get people to feel sorry for him? Begs a question, doesn't it? So if Brian has enough of his own money, then why was his daughter encouraging people to send donations to her dad? Again, is the daughter not only confirming that her daddy is a scammer by pretending to be poor, and she is in on the scam by asking people to send donations? If Brian has enough of his own money, then why is he doing live streams before the typhoon, telling subscribers that he needed gas for the generator, torches and other stuff, when he has the money in the bank and could have already bought them? Again, was Brian pretending not to have money so people would feel sorry for him and send him the cash? Guys, do comment below, but I think we have proven that this gentleman here is a fraudster and a scammer, and the game needs to be stepped up, and we need to put a stop to this fraudster. So, till the next time, keep your money in your pocket. Bye for now.